Hi friends, welcome to Wisdom Jobs. My name is Syed Gori Muhammad. Today I am going to deal the 1857 mutiny. 1857 mutiny or revolt of 1857 or 1857 क्रांति हिंदी में कहा जाता है 1857 क्रांति. So first of all, let us discuss the mutinies prior to the 1857 revolt. Mutinies prior to the 1857 revolt. There were three important mutinies occurred prior to the 1857 revolt. And the first mutiny in the history of India was Vellore mutiny in the year 1806 during the time of Governor General George Barlow. 1806 Vellore mutiny started at Vellore, and Sipais initiated this mutiny against the discrimination, racial discrimination of British soldiers. First of all, let us discuss the difference between Sipais and soldiers. Sipais and soldiers. Sipais are those who are serving in Indians serving in British Army. Sipais are Indians serving in British Army, while soldiers English serving in the British Army. They are Englishmen serving in the British Army. Englishmen serving in the British Army. So the ratio between Sipais and soldiers is a 6:1. So for every one soldier there will be 6 Sipais. That was the ratio between Sipais and soldiers. See, this ratio indicates the majority of Sipais and the minority of soldiers, right? So all the British soldiers were served by Indian Sipais. That is one of the reason that British became one of the superpower of the world, not only India. Next, here three mutinies prior to the 1857 revolt. First one was Vellore mutiny, 1806, during the time of George Barlow, Governor General George Barlow. And this mutiny, causes of Vellore mutiny was mainly the dress code introduced by the British was against to the cultural or traditional or the dressing activity of the Indians. And next, Hindus were prohibited from wearing religious marks on their forehead. Hindus, there was one of the provision in the new system introduced by the British, that was Hindus were prohibited from wearing religious marks on their foreheads, and that was also one of the major problem to the Hindu Sipais serving in the British Army. And next, third thing is Muslims were required to shave their beards. This is also the main problem to the Muslims. Muslims also, and they were required to shave their beards, cleanly shave their beards. And this is also the great hurdle to the traditional beliefs and faith of the Muslim brothers. So these all are the problems made responsible for the Vellore mutiny in the year 1806. Simply what we say, the main causes, the deep involvement and interference of British in the socio-cultural and sentiments of the people, and that was the main problem to the Sipais serving in the Vellore British Army, and that was the main cause for the Vellore mutiny. Next, Barakpur. Second was Barakpur Regiment, 47th Infantry, Barakpur Regiment, Bengal. Barakpur Regiment fought against the British soldiers in the year 1824. 1824. That time the Governor General was Lord Amherst. Governor General was Lord Amherst in the year 1824. So during the time of Governor General Lord Amherst, Barakpur Regiment 47th Infantry fought against the British soldiers. The main problem with the Barakpur Regiment in the year 1824, Governor General Amherst imposed many restrictions on the Sipais, like Sipais shall go to Burma and to fight against the Burmese. So Indian Sipais, there was a great tradition in the Vedic customs or in the Indian cultural customs or practice. Voyages are strictly prohibited as per the Vedic customs or the Hindu customs. Voyages are strictly prohibited. When if a person, if a Brahmin or if a Hindu travels on water or voyage means traveling on water or seas. If a person traveling on a water, immediately he will lose his religion. That was the faith of the Hindus, right? So he may lose his religion. That was the faith, right? So according to the Hindu customs, voyages are strictly prohibited. But here the Governor General Lord Amherst in the year 1824, he forced Barakpur Regiment to go and fight against the Burmese while traveling on the seas, while doing voyages. But that was not the culture of Indian Sipais traveling on the sea. So they rejected finally, and there was a huge revolt, huge mutiny against the British soldiers, Governor General Amherst. And next, third one is Sipais of 7 regiments across the India. Sipais of 7 regiments across the Indian subcontinent fought against the British soldiers in the year 1844. The time the Governor General was Hardinge. Hardinge was the Governor General. Lord Hardinge was the Governor General in the year 1844. During Hardinge, Sipais of 7 regiments fought against the British soldiers, as there was a lot of scope for the racial discrimination in the military camps. And next, number 2, the deep involvement of British soldiers and British Governor Generals in the customs, faith and the religious practices of the Sipais. That was the main problem for the Sipais of 7 regiments across the Indian subcontinent in the year 1844. So these all are the various mutinies fought against, various mutinies led by the Sipais against the soldiers during the time of various Governor Generals, right? Now our discussion is on before 1857 revolt. These all are the mutinies. So kindly focus the key points here. Mutinies prior to the 1857 revolt. One was Vellore Mutiny 1806, and number 2 was Barakpur Regiment 47th Infantry, and the third one was Sipais of 7 regiments across the Indian subcontinent in the year 1844. Right, these all are the various mutinies led the various places of or different places of Indian subcontinent before 1857 revolt. So could you kindly subscribe our channel before watching this video, and do like, share and comment. Thank you for your patience. Thank you very much, and have a look on the further and the next video. I am going to discuss about 1857 revolt or 1857 Kranti. It's very interested. Thank you very much.